get set. Where them haters, where them hoes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
There is a PSA or several of them going around about how to stop rape. They say the best way to stop rape is to teach men not to rape. Not for women to take martial arts classes or to learn how to shoot a gun. They say that teaching men not to rape is what will stop rape.
I am seriously so tired of being responsible for not getting raped.
I have to worry about getting robbed, especially where I used to live. I have to worry about getting shot. I have to worry about getting racially profiled. I have to worry about being accused of things that I didn't do. I have to worry about people lying on me. I have to worry about people trying to undermine me when all I'm trying to do is learn and grow and be a productive worker, etc. I have to worry about people trying to take whatever I have because we live in an imperfect world. And I wish women didn't have to worry about being raped. Just like I wish the men who go to prison didn't have to worry about being raped. It's like I wish that some of the men who have been raped outside of prison didn't have to worry about being raped. It's like I wish some of the people that play football don't have to worry about being dry humped in a locker room or flooded in the locker room by varsity football players. I wish they didn't have to worry about those things. But we live in an imperfect world, and bad things can happen even to good people.
I only wear one headphone because I need to be alert at all times when I'm walking.
I do that too. I have one headphone on sometimes so that I can hear a car when I'm trying to cross the street so I don't get hit. If I'm trying to wear headphones at night and the area looks none too, it's just at night period, even if the area is sketchy or not, sometimes I have one ear out so nobody hits me over the head and takes my phone that I'm trying to listen to. Back in the day when we had Walkman, I did the same thing. It's a great way for you to be able to hear if somebody's trying to walk up on you and do other stuff to you besides just rape.
I avoid eye contact on a daily basis.
I won't call out the name of the neighborhood, but if you're as old as I am and you remember Prince George's County, Maryland, back circa 1980, better avoid eye contact with some of those people. What you looking at? What you looking at? What you looking at? You looking at me? Those guys. And it's not just PG County, Maryland. Some areas you walk through, don't make eye contact with the people. It's not just about rape. It's about catching a couple of those because you dared to make eye contact with a human being.
I feel obliged to have to wrap my hijab the more traditional way, just so that men will not bother me.
I cannot speak to the hijab because I do not live in a country where they feel the hijab is mandatory. But I can imagine that if you're in a place where the hijab is mandatory, there are some mentally unstable people. They probably will make an issue about it, and that's unfortunate. But I can speak to the eye contact thing again. And, sometimes I avoid eye contact with people because I don't want to be accused of looking at someone the wrong way, even in the workplace. I remember many, many jobs ago, someone thought I was threatening him because I was angry. I had just gotten off the phone with someone, and I don't even think it was my wife. I would love to blame her, but I really don't think it was her. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it may have actually had something to do with a creative thing I was working on. But I was mad. And then I hung up the phone and I was just mad when I looked in the person's direction and he thought I was mad at him. So I had to go and tell him I wasn't mad at him. I don't want to be accused of, what are the things they can accuse men of? Leering, staring too hard or something, or that my look has an aggressive or, a sexual connotation because they don't like the way that I'm looking at them. Sometimes, if my gut tells me don't make eye contact with the person, I don't. Because I don't want to be accused of anything. I don't need that kind of hassle. I really don't.
had eye gougers on my keys for 10 years. I also sometimes choose accessories like this.
My wife, my son, my sister, a couple of my nieces have Kubotan keychain defenders. Guess which one of them had to actually use the Kubotan keychain defender to protect themselves right after I'd made sure they got one? It was my son. My son, the muscular, athletic, third-degree black belt in Cecil Taekwondo, still had to use the Kubotan keychain defender. Thank you, Sensei Z. Still had to use the Kubotan keychain defender because he got attacked. And it wasn't because he was worrying about being raped. Although, well, I'm not going to go into where he had to fend off rapists. Yeah. And he's not a woman. If you looked at him, I don't know why you would mess with him, but somebody chose to. Somebody's chose to. And he had to hit them with the Kubotan. So he had to use an accessory on his keychain to protect his body too. You know, men's bodies can be hurt by being punched, in case you didn't know.
I have walked past my home if I feel like somebody is following me and I don't want them to know which apartment building is mine.
And I've driven past my house or the turn to my house because I felt like somebody was following me in a car behind me. And I've stayed on the train longer when I was catching the train because I felt like I was being followed on the train.
I'm very, very unnerved walking to my car by myself.
So am I, my sister. So am I.
Never walk alone at night. Never walk down an alleyway. Never run upstairs if you're being chased, because then you can get trapped. Hey, here's some nail polish that'll help you identify date rape drugs.
In addition to also having to have those same concerns about going about at night, the last article I read in the Washington Post about someone being date raped was about a man being date raped. It was a gay man, I think, who got date raped. And he was date raped for, I think they said, 3 days for the entire weekend. So he goes out with a guy for a drink on Friday, and he's drugged and date raped until, raped. I don't even like to call it date rape, it's rape, until Monday. So what could a straight guy do to prevent that? I wish they had like a something that looked like a crucifix, right? Not because I can't wear nail polish. I wish they had a crucifix I could put around my neck that had something on there that I could dip into a drink and tell if it's drugged or not. That would really be helpful for me.
Going outside, checking the mail, going back inside, going to Starbucks, going to the gym. These are all normal things that no human being should be afraid to do.
Men are afraid to do a lot of those things too. We have to take a lot of these same precautions that you're talking about right now in the PSA. We worry about a lot of those same things. It may not be rape, but it's robbery, murder, and it could still be rape. And then these days, if I defend myself and end up going to prison because somebody didn't like how I finished someone off who was trying to rob me or stab me, then I could end up going to prison and then have to worry about being raped there. Only I can't file charges against a rapist because I'm a murderer because I killed someone that was trying to kill me.
Did you know that wearing a ponytail makes you easier to like attack because they can pull it? Like, I know these things because I have to know these things.
The real problem is that there are evil people in the world, and we need to fight against those evil people.
As a woman, I should be able to do whatever I like and feel comfortable.
Nobody can do that. Nobody. Nobody can do absolutely whatever they like at any point in time and feel like absolutely comfortable 100% of the time. We don't live in that world. I believe the world that is like that is actually not on this planet. I believe that place is called heaven.
You know what would be better? If we just taught young boys that rape isn't even an option.
We teach them that. Rapists still do it because they're evil, vile people who rape people. They know it's wrong. We don't teach young boys to rape. At least I don't teach young boys to rape I don't know anybody that does teach young boys to rape. If they are, they aren't telling me. That's not something a father sits down and says with his son. Son, be a rapist. Okay, daddy. No, that conversation doesn't happen. They do it because they want to do it. It's not okay. We know it's not okay to rape people, but people do it anyway. You know why? People do sin. This is what I was told. People do crimes and commit sins because it feels good to them. So they keep doing it and then they get away with it. Maybe what we need to do is make it so that people can't get away with it. That if you do it, you caught and you're going to jail and you're going to get justice.
And we've got evil exists in the world.
Yes, but
evil
we can
exists.
prevent rape by telling men not to commit it.
No, that's not right. Criminals will not listen.
No, we're not talking
So
about
I want women.
We're talking about
I want women to be able to protect themselves. Don't you?
But Sean Hannity has a point. Women need to be able to protect themselves. What we can do, I can do my part by teaching martial arts if they want to sign up. I think in addition to that, if you have a gun, you can get a concealed carry. You should get that concealed carry. You got people teaching the Kubotan keychain defender. If you need lessons on how to use that kitty cat keychain defender, go to somebody that knows how to do that. If you can walk around with pepper spray, take that pepper spray in addition to all your avoidance tactics. And the main thing is we need to put pressure on our leaders to make sure that when people commit vile acts like that, they are thoroughly punished. And that's all we can really do. Peace.